come here and make this classic steal. I hope you like. This bring me a lot of laughs and astonishment to the audience because when I start, was one of the first steals that I perform, and I hope you like it a lot. Let's go to talk about the pretend take. The pretend take is like a force transfer, but it's not, because really we don't transfer the ball. We just, of course, we try it. We try to strike it, but in fact, we don't transfer the ball. We try to take it. It's some different. And the same idea like the others. Always try to go into a finger palm. That is all or better solution for the most of situations. So to do the pretend take, you need to have the ball in the hand and try to take it. To do this, what I'm doing is that my thumb with the nail pushes into finger palm. So my thumb push, and I can fold the ball in a half around my thumb. And then my left hand turn over and around right comes with the ball. So it's just take the ball. Of course, you don't need to always turn the hand to do it. You can just go to finger palm, and there is the pretend take vanish. It's very useful for a lot of situations, and the big advantage that it have is that the sponge ball is already in the place that ends. No, so you just take it and you pretend to take it to anywhere. No, so normally you don't need a lot of excuses of interpretation for this, because you just take this ball to do something with that ball. So you take this ball to put it in a cat, for example, or something. So you put it in a hat, and there is. No? And you can play this false take, the pretend take, whatever you want. Let's do the Steve Dacre's two faces false transfer. This false transfer is from Steve Dacre's, who plays in his tool of spongeable magic from Magic by Gosh that was published in 1990s, and it's a really great false transfer for a lot of situations. I really love it. And the idea is that you put balls on your hand and you can steal it at last, no? When you put the last of the balls. So the first you put it, you real put it in the hand, and when you put the second, you make the steal. You take the third to go to the pocket. In the case of an always three, of course, but really you can perform it without the third ball and goes in transit to a magic one, and it's just it's important to do it in transit to somewhere, because if not, it's very difficult, because this can't be an ending action and you stay here. So you need to go to anywhere, but if you do it in that direction, from here, and you can do it with more than two sponge balls. I can put two real, when I put the last one, I steal everything. But normally we're gonna do this in an always three for an ending of an always three, and this is the best one of his best applications. Of course, it's not the only one. The idea of this force transfer is very simple, and this you take one ball with index and thumb pinch like that. It should be like that. It's not in this way. Why? Because we want to take the three balls in the same thing, in the same way. I mean, if I take this ball here and now I make the steal, it's a huge difference now. But if the hand is now relaxing in like in a finger palm position, it's easier to hit now the that balls. The same happen if you go into a magic one. So to do this technique, you need only two balls. The third of the magic one is only an excuse that could be anything. I mean, if you're drinking a glass of water, it could be that. I mean, one, two balls, and a little bit of water. It could be strange, but you can do it in transit to anywhere. Okay, and to do it is very simple. First ball is the easiest because you just put it in the center of the hand. Even my grandmother can do it. The second one, maybe for my grandmother, could be different, could be difficult to perform it because you need a bit of rehearsal. Is put the ball on top of the other, just push. Now this hand stands a little, index finger push more because we want the ball compressed much as we can, and thumb steal the both balls into the finger palm. Of course, it's not a great finger palm because we are stealing the balls as we can, but as you can see, more or less, it's like a finger palm with one ball just with one folded. So put the first, the second on top. The timing should be like an applause, just one short moment. And in the moment that the fingers stand, in my case, with my hands, with your hands, it probably should be a little bit different if you have a longer, shorter, fatter, thinner fingers. Put it here. When I put the second, top of the other, every finger go to the end of the same finger in the other hand. I mean, the pinky goes to the end on the pinky, the ring at the end of the ring, and the medium at the end of the medium. So every finger fit in his place. And then with the thumb, it's easier to do the still. Then you close. It's important, like in all force transfer, like a Vernon style. First close the left hand, and then the right hand goes and closes in transit to a new object. So as a single vanish, one, two there, and goes. To make that looks softly, the most important is the rhythm. The rhythm is the most important. You can't run all the balls at the same timing. If you want to run because you move faster, you do it in every balls. I mean, I can do it with a lot of rhythm, and I can do it slowly too, because the speed is not who make this happen. And it's important that all have the same rhythm. One that is big suspicious and breaks the illusion a lot if change the rhythm. If I put the first, then I put the second, and then I put the third into my pocket, of course we should run away to this interpretation. And now I'm over exaggerating, overreacting this change of speed, but sometimes the change of speed is just a little bit like that, and it's enough to break the illusion. It's better if you put the first one, then the other, and then everything into the pocket. And what makes the perfect illusion that the balls really are in the hand is that the first ball really are in the hand. So it's difficult to understand for an audience if they want to think about it, how we steal the balls. It's difficult for them to understand that if we put one ball and we would do exactly the same, we will put the same ball because it's the same action, exactly the same. And the way that we go to take the second and put it, we open, and this, when we open, and they can see how the first ball is still there, they know that this ball will be there too, because for they one action is the same always. Yeah. And of course, as I told you, you can do it with more balls if you want, because it's not depend in the number of balls. The minimum is two. The maximum, it depends on your hand. If you can fit 10 balls in your hand, it could be a lot for this technique. But with three, it's possible to do it. You just put one, put the second really, and when you still the third, everything goes. And it's not too always that I perform here, vanish, I take now the one and open the hand, but really in the routines didn't work like that. Normally the routines have the balls there, and then with the magic wand, please take it, do this magical gesture, yes, and there is and the sponge was completely coarse, and you have your finger palm, your flattening, you anything that you need to be happy. So this is the stiff dark wrist in two steps false transfer that is perfect for an always three vanishing illusion. Let's do the pop-up move. The pop-up move, the idea is very simple. We just put balls into our left hand that they really want. The idea of this still is really nice to make some coins, some balls across, and because when you have a few balls and you only need to disappear one, it's a really cool move, really nice move. That the original one is in the Frank Garcia's Encyclopedia of Spongeable Magic, the greatest book that we have from the 1976. And the idea is you put the ball into the hand and your second finger don't let the ball go in. So you close the fist and you introduce it and it stops here. Of course, you can do it with a little salty that is introduce that release stop here and then introduce the finger, and when you take the finger out you move a little bit the ball from you. When you go to a second ball, the hand turns into you, and then you only need to open this finger a little bit and perform a Vernon force transfer. Vernon, and the second fall, you can do it when you go to introduce the ball again. That it could be really introduced, or it could be like last in the same position to steal another ball. Finger palm and second fold when I do second one. So this is the pop up move. Put force transfer by Vernos. And you can do it with more balls if you want. Normally we do it only with the first ball to steal only one of the three balls. So this is the pop-up move from Frank's Tortilla. This is a classic color change. The idea of this technique is, of course, have one ball finger palm, and this is explained for the first time by Patrick Page in his DVDs in the 1990s. That he performed there a lot of ideas with SpongeBob from mouth, and kind of matrix, and he bring us a lot of new ideas in that video, and this was one of them that I'm sure that in more magicians does this, because it's a classic coin move. So just like with the same color change with the coins, we just come here with the ball and finger palm, we clip the ball, And we try not only clip the ball, we know we always go into a folded situations. So we just clip the ball around the thumb, and it helps a little bit. It's not too much, but it's a bit more than don't do it. And you can open, and then you can move into your finger palm and make a display like Chile one. But in this case, the display should be perfect because it's different color ball. So there is the classic change. The most important part in of color change is that when you perform it, you can say something that like, and it sounds really cool. That's the most important in the color change. Push, play, clip, and pop. So this is the classic change. Pew. Let's do a change from display. This is the idea is that you have sync, finger palm, display two like one, and then top ball goes into thumb palm, and you can freely open the ball, open the other hand into the left to take it, and then move again to your fingertips. So ball here and out. There is. The important in this color changes is that is in the difference between the other is that it's not instantly visual. With the other one, it's instantly, and you need to fix it very soon because the people could suspect that we have something. But in this one, this is quite different. It's not visual. It's another kind of visual change that that can be stay far away from the moment that it changes, and maybe take a magic one or something that the other ball is could be far away or even don't exist, no? Because if you have this and you have, oh, here on my pocket I have some fairy powders. Yeah, there is. Let's do this. This is color change. So you can perform this kind of color change that this is the most color changing that I do most of the times. The most important part is that you need to take care to don't have angles to anywhere when you put the ball into this hand. So just take care of the angles and it will be perfect color change. Okay, we are gonna talk about spectator hands. This is the powerful effect that we have with spongeables. So we need to learn how to make this powerful effect really, really feel very strong for the spectators. So the techniques are not difficult, are the same like in your own hands, but in spectator hands. Only that you need to do is respect the 2 points of pressure, and the time that you add spongeables into spectator hands, always respect that points of pressure. That's the main idea. And we will learn a few ways to make different interpretations about spectator hands, because the most important is that if the routine is well constructed and with a good structure, it will power up the spectator hands. So it's very important to the spectators play with the expectations of the spectators to power up everything in spectator hands. So normally one structure that I always propose is just show the trick, then repeat it with more clarity with the display techniques and that, and then do it in the spectator hands. And this structure will really power up his expectations, because they know what's going to happen more or less, and they didn't expect that it's going to happen in his hands, because that's really crazy idea. And with this trick is close to be 100 years old. It's the oldest trick that we have with sponge balls, and it's the strongest. And I think that this part could be very dangerous for you. I mean, it's very powerful and it's easy. Only want to do this. Okay? It's important to understand that this is only one part. It's our best part, but it's only one part. I mean, the spectators, the reactions will be amazing. And I think one of the problems that the SpongeBob magic last 50 years, since Frank Garcia's book in 1976 till now, that really SpongeBobs don't grow a lot, just a few techniques or a few tricks in a new DVD or something. It could be because spectator hands are easy to perform and too powerful. And if we have an amazing tool that is easy to do and very powerful, we need to use it very clever, and we need to use it really in the best places for get the best reactions. And not only take out the balls, one for me, one for you, nothing, open your hand. It's not only that, it's much more than that, and we can power up this situation. If this is our best trick, we need to do the best construction and the best techniques to this works much better. So enjoy the spectator hands, and let's go the techniques in the volunteers' hands. Let's talk about the add on the spectator hands. Please, Eric, can you help me? Put your hand here, and you feel like if you are a spectator. And the idea is very simple. We will try to use the spectator hand as our hand. Really, we can use both hands, but always we can try to avoid the thumb. This is not important now for these techniques, but it could be for the advanced techniques in the spectator hands. Because when we put the ball in the spectator hands, it's easier if the thumb of the spectator is not on our palm, because we can play hidden balls there. So always try to avoid that, asking for, in this case, the left hand. If he's on my right, it should be the right hand. And in that situation, I can play here, and his thumb is in the other side because of the anatomy. I don't know, of maths or something, what it is. And the palm is free to maybe steal balls or something. Always, of course, with still one ball, it's not, but maybe with two or something like that. Of course, changes in the future, you will learn. And for that, now I always want to play with the thumb in the other side. But it's not necessary. I mean, this is just a tip, but it's not always necessary. To do an add in a spectator hand, we need a hidden ball on our finger palm, add in a display, and add this into a spectator hand. And to do this, the idea is add in this position and put the hidden ball in his fingers in this way. And then I can remove, and with my thumb, I can press into spectator hands, and I can wait here till he closes. And this is the best way to make the ball hidden till last moment. I mean, open your hand, please. We always try to don't be hurry, to don't be very fast. Put your hand, because if we try to close and that's not necessary. It's important that if we put the ball here, then close your hand. And if I always ask for the hand is on air and not on table, because it helped me. Open, please, Eric. Thank you. Because it helped me a lot when I want to add the ball on. I put it, and if he don't close,
I can with the other fingers go behind and help him a little bit. It's important to don't manipulate the spectator. I mean, he's a human being and he know what he need to do for the show continues. So he always normally will do what do you ask for him. So if I explain what's gonna happen, he always will do it. I mean, if I tell you, take out, put your hand palm up here. Yeah, put the hand palm up here. I take the ball and you close it in the fist like that. Close in the fist. And you see, if he closes, it's great. If he don't, I just put it on, yeah, close. It's only that. We don't need you don't need to do some judo techniques or something. No, it's not necessary. It's not necessary that. Softer is always better. Cleaning is always better. If you can perform this slowly, it's better than if you can do it faster. And one last time to do this add-on display, and as always in the display we choose the angle. This is a display in a spectator hand, so we choose the angle too. If I don't have audience here, that really always should be audience here, I don't end here, so my thumb move to cover the ball to everybody in that direction, and then he closed the hand. And of course, I always make the order before put the ball in the spectator hand. I mean, put your hand palm up and take the ball and close in your fist. Now he know what I want. So when I do this, he will try to take the ball. Now he will try to take the ball. And other way, because I perform a display in his hand, is because sometimes the spectator, when have the balls in his hand, open a little bit and push. Sometimes happen. And if you add in any way, if you add randomly the balls, and the spectator do that, he see more balls here, and this be bad. So if you want to be relaxed, the best that you can do is put close and then no, but put the fist face down like that. And now if the spectator have the fist face down on table, it's impossible that he open the hand. I mean, if I'm talking with other spectator and he starts to open the hand, start to open a little bit, no, close, because he need to open. So when I see that he starts to do this, I say, no, wait here, no move the fist, it should be in that spot or something like that. Because we always need to control the spectator. So always that you are talking with our spectator in the perfect view, you should not looking, but pay attention just for he move, react, and take here. You don't need to do much more. And this is one of the ways to do it. If we have the other hand, the idea is exactly the same. We have the thumb that it could be a little bit annoying, but not for this technique. Not in fact for the add-on. So the idea is exactly the same. And you can add on in different ways. I mean, if you don't want to put the display in his hand, you can do just a regular classic add-on that is finger palm, you add on top and put both on the hand, and that's it. And the instruction need to be clear in this case, because you put your hand palm up, close the fist with the ball, and put it here on table. Because now you don't have the display, and any mistake that he open a little bit to push or something, it could see both balls, and we always try to avoid that. Okay, this is the add-on spectator hands, and now we're gonna see how to do it with more balls. That is exactly the same. Put your hand palm up, and I always, when want one hand, I point that hand. I mean, I don't say put your left, no, I just point, put your hand palm up, put your hand palm up, Put your hand on my, and now if I repeat again, he wants to put the hand back for slap me. And the, the idea of the add with 3 is exactly the same. You have the display and you transfer the display into his hands. And now it's better covered. The idea is exactly the same, nothing different. And like the others, you can go very slowly and you can focus on the display if you want. Focus here, put it, and there is. And really, you can feel any spectator is different. Some spectators will wait till you put the balls in the hand. Others will be hurry and will try to take it. Others will try to take fast the balls. Another don't want to close the fist and need your help. You need to read the spectator's body language if he has tense, if not, but the experience will give you this information. So this is how to add on the ball into spectators' hands. Okay, let's see few ways to add on balls on spectator hands. Because, okay, the technique is great, the technique to add balls into spectator hands is great, but the psychological technique could be more effective in later in his mind. So I have 2 ways to they think that they take the ball. That is very different sensation, because it's not the same if they think that you give them the ball and you put the ball or you can do something in his hand than if they feel that they take the ball. So the first of these ideas is with an extra ball. You have an extra ball, and the idea is very simple. Please, Eric, take one of the balls which you like and put it on your hand like that. And no, but not like that. Close in the fist. And this is very powerful because, of course, then you make this ball disappear, open, and there is a 2. And when this ball disappear and he have the 2, and you say, oh, but you take the ball from table. You have 1, now open. And you are telling all the truth because he take the ball on table and put it on your hand, on his hand. And it's important only to explain this well. And when we do this, it's important that it should be the first time that spectator hands happen. Because if I do first this one, this is the vanish, for example, open, and there is, and I want to repeat, and I say to other spectator that put one ball on his hand, he will do this for sure, because he know what's gonna happen. But if it's the first time that they see a spectator hands, it works perfectly. Put your hand, take one ball and put it on top. And if the instructions are perfect, they will do it. And I don't care. I always say that, put your hand there, you can put one ball which you like on top of your hand, and I start talking with other spectator here or do something, and you're ready because now it's going, oh, but no, not like that, close in that. And this is, when Gabi talks, he always said, Gabi Paredes, a master magician, sadly passed away a few years ago, when he talked about this kind of ideas, he always said that the method is like a film. I mean, of course, we add on the ball in his hand. We need to do it. But the job of the magician should be that they don't remember this kind of moments. So when you are seeing a filming, the character take a shower, dress, put hands on, like me probably, and then open the door, goes and appear instantly in his job. I mean, you don't see half an hour of a bus driver film because this is not a French film. But I love French films, in fact. But this happens the same. I mean, we need to, this action that actually happens doesn't exist later in his mind. So this kind of ideas that he have the sensation, the feeling that he take the ball is very important for us, and we can play with these ideas. Another idea in this the same way without an extra ball is exactly the same, but without an extra ball. Eric, which ball do you prefer for you? Number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, number 1 is for me, but take it, take it. Yeah. And this is exactly the same. Now, mine is gone. You take your ball from table. And now there is. And this is another way to interpret that without an extra ball. That's most of times we're in that situation because maybe we come back from a balls across or a Benson ball and we have 2 balls and nothing on the hands, and we need to do to a spectator hand to load an extra ball and make better second facing a spectator hands. So these situations happens a lot, and know how to handle it. Of course, we can do it with your own personality in a lot of ways, but and this technique I name it take it, okay, because it's what I say always. So number 1, number 2, if it doesn't matter which ball he chooses, you take the other, and you act like if you give them the instruction, but really he had not the instructions. He only chose 1 ball, but he didn't know what's going to happen. So he don't gonna take the ball. What do you want for you? 1 or 2? He said 1. Okay, I take 2 for me. I take 2 for me. This is not an instruction for him. It's I take 2 for me. And now, to cover this false transfer, you look at them and you say, no, but you take it. And when he starts the action, you help him. You are helping him. I mean, you try to, he felt a little bit, oh, sorry, I need to take the ball. And you help him. So this ad is not to be precise and not to be like a display. You're just helping and let they take the balls, because for sure that his feeling should be, oh, sorry, I didn't take it, and he want to fix it as soon as possible. And I'm 100% sure that they remember that they take the ball, and they take the ball from the table. They don't remember because they start the action, and then when I was really close, I help him. Yeah, take it. Just helping a little bit in the way. Don't forget that mistake. Nothing happens. You are very kindly. So they don't remember. 100% sure, not 100%, but 90% of the people, for say randomly high percentage, for sure they have the feeling, oh, but I take the ball from the table open and then I have to. No? And that's the feeling that we want in this kind of add-on. But take it. And another important thing to do is don't be afraid. I mean, open your hand. Don't be afraid. I mean, when I do the instruction, I already finish, and I do this false transfer in transit to point the ball. So when I say take it, I am here. It's impossible that he take the ball faster than me. I mean, it's impossible. You can try it very faster, but it's impossible. 1 for me, but take it. Yeah, really. But it's important. I mean, I'm here. I can do it slowly, no forced moves or something, and it's important. You only need to do this and offer, and he will take the 2 for sure. And this is the take it way, and with an extra ball. This way is to add on, is just to make the feeling that the spectator, he feel that he takes the ball, and he's the most important of everything. Spectator. Now we're gonna see a few tips to play spectator hands when the spectator don't collaborate a lot, when they are tough or difficult situations, or they are drunk, for example, or something. First of all, when the spectator don't want to close his hand. That this don't happen a lot, but sometimes it's possible that happen. That means I have here one finger palm after and I told him, yeah, put your hand palm up, this for me, and he don't want to close. And close in your fist, close in your fist. Now you should do something. I mean, if he don't close his fist, he close, you can take the ball and say it again. But really close tight in your hand with the ball, and then he should do it. And if still with that he don't do it, you can try that. Okay, just turn the hand over on table. And even if it's like that, and then when you finish, I never, because I know that he don't want to close his hand. So when I said, and with your other hand on top of that, yes. And now I'm sure that he knows not open. And if he moves a little bit, I say, no, really, stay here. This is just for sometimes. Other way could be, don't do it in his hand. I mean, if he don't close his hand, close your hand, close your hand. No, you should close your hand like that, like with me. And then you can continue with the routine, put one ball into the pocket, and he comes back, and you then repeat it with another spectator, the same sequence, and you forget this guy that don't want to help you. So the important is just always feel that all is great, we continue, we are here to having fun. If one spectator don't want to collaborate, that we're doing hopping table, for example, or street magic, some people don't expect to see a magician, and maybe he don't want to be there in that moment. So it's perfect if he don't want to help us. So normally it don't happen, because if the routines were constructed, they will be relaxed in this moment and they just follow your instructions. Other way could be if you have this kind of person that try to disturb you and or something, you can try to do something different, and that is play with his expectation. This is play a challenge with him. For example, if he's drunk and don't want to collaborate with me, we're talking about how to perform for drunk people. This is quite absurd. Magic is not always an art. Sometimes happens in bars. Okay. And the idea is, if he don't want to collaborate, I can play with his expectations. That's something like, okay, I will try to steal the ball from your hand. It's quite difficult for me, but I will try to steal it. And you avoid that. You okay. Okay, I couldn't, but wait there. Okay. He think that I want to steal the ball, and he protect from that, and you don't steal the ball from my hand. Okay, really, I want to add one, and you have, so all is great. And his reaction should be great, because he feel like he stole me the ball. And he, I got the ball, what are you gonna do now? No, so that's gonna be great. And then the spectator relax when appear two balls, and you can play with them with other tricks. No? So this is another idea. And when you are playing with children, that children have smaller hands, I normally ask them to grab with two hands the balls. No, that is the technique is almost the same. That is put your hand and with the other hand too, and you grab with both hands the balls and close like that and really tight. That's for kids. It could be great, and because they sometimes have I don't know 4, 3 years old, and they can grab the balls too, and they only need to take the balls with both hands, like playing. And if you ask you show it first. If you even if you have an extra ball, you say no, you will take the hands like this, very strong with the ball, take it, and yeah, put it and close, very tight, and no one can go there. Okay, that's enough. So this is just a few ways, few tips, few advice how to play in tough situations with sponge balls. I hope you never need to use anything of this, but if you are in tough situations or with tough people, just enjoy it. Just try to be nice and continue your show and try to catch this tough spectator that you are now for our show. So this is spectator hands tapes. I don't have more balls. 2 balls. Only that we need to do is a 10 count. I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, and 10. We can do this in the opposite way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, this is not the opposite way. This is backwards or countdown. No, the opposite way shouldn't be take one ball in each hand and they join each other. The opposite way should be put both in the same and they separate. This should be the opposite way. You can do it in the side way. I mean, you can see the ball to the last moment, but even it travel. And we can do it something different. Can you help me, Eric? Put your hand here. Just need to count into 10. One for me, other for you, and count into 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Open, and there is the 2 balls. But really, if this is a count into 10, we need to count with 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, and 10 balls, because this is a count into 10. Let's see how works the 10 count to 10. All that we need to do for this trick is we need 2 balls for the main trick and 8 balls in the pocket. I want to use 8 balls because the trick I named 10 count to 10. But you can use more balls or whatever you want for the final load. The final load is in the pocket. On top, one ball on top of the other, like that, like a column. On my far away side, on my left side of the right pocket. So I can take and come with all the balls. And let's see how the trick works. All that we need to know for this trick is the false transfer. Okay, let's see the full sequence, just explaining, and then we want to talk a few about the trick. The idea is very simple. You just when we start with the right hand, but this doesn't matter. And we count one number for each action. So this is like a ritual, so we don't need to blow, to snap or something. This happens because of the ritual. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and it's important that the hand is not like that on top of the ball, that is only the fingers. Because when I close the hand, the ball appears. Okay? So 1, 2, 3 with the fingers, 4, 5, 6, and now it's a false Vernon, a false transfer Vernon style. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I talk and I lose the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's it. So it's very important to this ball stay behind the fingers. And now this ball appear and all the spectator attention is in this ball. For that, that cover the die Vernon false transfer. And we only need one fold here. It's not necessary to do the second one. So one fold, the display just for a second, close, open, and open. So the full sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm gonna repeat the trick by doing the opposite thing. That's what it. And we repeat the same, but going in a countdown. We start in 0 and open the hands. And when we open these hands, we need to try to put the two balls together in the table, because now we are gonna take one ball with each hand, but really the both are on the left. So to do that, we are gonna use a technique from Pedro Brais, a magician from Spain that is totally amazing. And this is a pretend take that you take one ball with each hand and you cover the balls, but the right thumb extend a little bit more and still both balls. So instead of put one ball in each hand and they join together, do it the opposite. Should be to take one in each hand. It shouldn't be take one in each hand and put it together. It should be put the two in the same and it's separated. So we cover and we make the steal. Just with rhythm, just learn with in front of a mirror, just to see that you cover the balls, and then it's easy to steal it. And it's not necessary too much. Just while you are talking, one in each hand, and they join together. Instead of that, we put the two on the same, and it's separate. To put the two on the same, we're gonna do a Divernon false transfer, but only with that ball, with the bottom ball. So the thumb is on top of this ball. We grab the two on table. The thumb is on top of this ball, and we put both, but still one in the finger palm. And this hand can be relaxing and be on table, because the opposite should be put the two in my left hand and one separate, and they separate. Then we're gonna do one move that I really love. I don't know which is the original, from who is this move, but a lot of magicians do it, and I really love it. That is just playing with the balls, but it fit with the ritual. That you can do it with the balls moving, like you really put the ball in the hand, and then toss the other to the other side, take it, and now just open the hand. You are in a kind of classic palm, and let this ball roll from table. And it's very beautiful how it's impossible to not see that ball. And while this ball is rolling, you should do a Divernon false transfer and take this ball before the ball suicide. So it's important that, because if not, we can lose one ball, and we don't want that. So put it here, take it, false transfer, and take it to travel. The timing is just put it, push, and I drop this ball in the moment that I touch the other. First, and when I touch this, I drop the other. The ball is going there, and I just take it. Tack, 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 tack. This is the tack, tack explanation. And for end this, we need a spectator hand. Just this, one for me, other for you. Just you push both in the spectator hands, something like that. I always rehearsal in this kind of situation, because normally we don't have hands when we rehearsal. So one for me, one for you, please. All the balls like that. Need to count into 10. And now it's important that when they have the two balls, you make this, and this hand relax, because we are gonna take all of these balls when he opens. So we need that when he opens his hand, this hand is stay relaxed behind our body. So he opened this hand, and when he open, we can put the hand in the pocket, and with all the fingers just grab from the bottom to the top, and we take all the balls there. So we take all the balls there while he's open, like that. And we can put the fist on the table. It depends on your hand, but the spectator open his hand and then only need to take the balls. And for make this ending, all that you need to do is put the balls together like that. And now spread like a fountain that you're pushing the balls to the top, and they are appearing one by one by one by one by one to 10, and I can drop the others. So this is the 10 count to 10 sequence that I hope you like it a lot. And as you can see, it's a classic 10 count to 10 with a different, that with a structure we can do the trick more entertaining. I mean, we don't do the 10 count and repeat it 1,000 times. We try to find a structure to make it more interesting till the last moment, which is spectator hands. So at the first, in the sequence, we just do the trick, then we repeat it backwards, ta 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 ta, and then we start with the variations to make some rhythm. Now it starts with a bit of rhythm. So first two parts can be slowly and focused, that they see the trick and know how it works. And now is when you start to up your rhythm, and you can say, no, but the opposite is not take one in each hand and they join together. The opposite is put the two in the same hand and they separate it. Or you can see how the ball rolls from table, but they join. But the important is counting to 10, and you go to spectator hands. So there, we start, show the trick, then rhythm, 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 and we stop again to show the spectator hands to make a good load and appear. And remember that this trick is one trick that Dave Vernon shows a lot to teach how to learn misdirection and how to learn false transfer. Because when we are doing this, in this moment, the misdirection that generate the ball that appear is enough to steal this ball. So it's very good for beginners for understand how misdirection works, because the false transfer is full cover for this apparition. Of course, they know the ball is there, but this moment bring all of his attention, more than the steal. So for that, it works perfectly. And for that, you need to avoid it. Of course, you can, it's your life, you can do whatever you like. But a lot of magicians perform 1, 2, 3, 4, and now go here to do the, and this, okay, it's fine, it's great, it's a false transfer, and it will be work for sure. But with the Dave Vernon theory, this false transfer is completely covered for this apparition, and this is one of the beautiful parts, I think, of this trick. The original of this trick is unknown. Some magicians in the magic community, they said that the original is from China, and this is, but it's a classic trick, but it's very oldest trick that probably was performed with solid balls or a long time ago, and then with the sponge balls it fit very well, and Dave Vernon popularized a lot, and in Europe Patrick Page popularized a lot this trick. So this is a 10 count to 10. I hope you enjoyed. Shells. Eric, please help me. I will need you here because I have here. No, it's not here. Here it is. Yeah, there is. It's an invisible ball. I mean, it's an invisible. It's invisible. You don't believe me. There is. All that you need to do is make it visible. And if you make it visible, it always works. You don't believe that. Put your hand and take this ball strong in your hand, because I want to use this. You know what this is. It's another invisible. And I can take it and place it in your hand. And there is. But exactly the same. Take the two in your hand. The same. There is an invisible. Nothing more to do than put it here. Take it, put it on your hand, open, and there is the 3 sponge balls. You can do this a lot of times when play to take it really tight that I don't put or take anything. I just come here to, no, it's not here, it's in this one. Yes. Take. You know what's this?
Invisible.
No, man. This is invisible glue. It's totally different. All I should do is press it. You hear it. So the glue goes into your hand and make the balls join all together. Progressive travel. This is another classic trick with the sponge balls. One of the first that was invented, and a lot of magicians plays in different ways. This is one that I did some years ago and that I enjoy a lot. With it's just an easy way to do a progressive travel, and I'm sure that you will enjoy it. I always like to do this trick in situations that you have no idea that you will be doing magic in that situation. So there's a short trick to do in any time that you want. You only need 3 balls in one pocket and one big ball in the other. It's better if you have one of the 3 balls in another pocket, but it's not essential. You can put it, and I'm going to show you how to have the 3 balls in the same pocket. Because, as I told you, normally when I perform this trick, I don't think that I'm going to perform this trick. I only have the balls in the pocket, and normally I always have one big ball and 6 or 5 balls from one color in one pocket, and another 6 or 5 from another color in another pocket. So this is the way that I do it. But the best way for me is the first that I want to explain, and then I will want to explain you one solution to take the 3 balls in the same pocket. The final load on my left in this pocket, because all the big ball I always put it in this side and in the side of the pocket. And this first ball on my left pocket just is for search and make the first load, and these 2 balls in the pocket where we pretend to take the invisibles. That normally I do it in my back pocket, but for the video is here. You can see it better. The idea is very simple. You start searching a ball, and please can you help me? Because I have here or not here, is there, and what you want to do is palming the left hand. So you come here and say it's here, oh it's not here, and you do a finger palm with your left. And then you come here and you have it, and when you take it, you do it a finger palm to here, and then you say, oh there is, and now this finger palm should be very tight. Okay, you don't be afraid and push and push a lot. You are in the pocket, nobody's saying, you can push a lot. You can take, oh, here is. This is an invisible, or you can make the joke that you like. This is an invisible, and you can make a kind of Ramses salty with coins, but with the sponge balls that is not the same, but it's quite similar. And you put it here, and now if you want, you can perform flattenings or something, what you're comfortable. So even you can use the spectator hand to grab his hand with the ball in your finger palm to make some comfortable, and to put to grab his hand and put the invisible ball in his hand and then produce it from there. For this production, only that we need to do is to take the invisible ball and open the finger palm. If you want to do it more softly, you don't open the fingers. Just release the pressure, make the ball open along, and when the table with friction appear, you can curve your fingers again and end in the same position. Okay, the balls, they're here, the spectator can take it, and you add the ball with two leg one display to a spectator hand. So take the ball really tight in your hand because you don't expect that what I have here, and you repeat exactly the same. You come out with the third ball. This is an sponge ball, invisible sponge ball. Finger palm and exactly the same. You take it with this hand, take it here, put it in his hand, open, he open, and there will be a two. Now, normally I go to other spectator. Okay, I don't use the same spectator twice or 3 times. I move to other spectator if I have it. So for the same or for another spectator, we always do the same. Finger palm, just catch the 2 balls, show it, and put it in his hand, even if he is in this side or if you move to other side. So if I move to another side, normally I wait a little in the display, okay, because I take it and I move slowly from one hand to the other. It's one way to perform it, but it's not the only way. Your own personality, you will find your way to put this 3 like 2 in his hand. And now the same. You can find here, oh, it's not there, oh, of course, all invisible balls are here, and you come out with nothing in the hand, but like the previous times, like the same distance. You put it here, and because if someone suspect that when you come here, you comes out with 1 sponge ball, that this already happened like 2 times before, but if you will perform it, they shouldn't suspect. The first time for sure they don't, and the second, I think just a few percent of persons will do it, and the display should be enough to. But this third one, and if you overreact, over exaggerate, you can fit the ball, put it here, and put it there, and then talk with this, and just accidentally open this hand, and if someone suspect that you have 1 ball here, it will be grateful. Oh, there's not. So how you can do it? The same. Take the invisible, put it in his hand. Just I always that do this kind of loads. I do 1 step back, because I want the spectator feel everything, and that they feel that I'm not here manipulation and on top of the balls. No, when the balls appear, and freedom, they drop from table or whatever. I mean, it's a big moment, and you always try to keep that the ball and don't go. I mean, the spectator don't drop the ball to the floor, of course. No, you put the ball on table, open, they appear, and they stay here. No? But in this case, they open his hand. You give 1 step back and make the back load of the big ball that you have in your left. Of course, you can end the trick here if you want. Okay, it's a classic, and you can end the trick here. And now for the ending, you can do a lot of things, a lot of things. One of the most common is to add a lot of small balls, like in rabbits, but I like this idea, because I like the idea to take another invisible object that is different than the other. It's really quite absurd, and I like a lot of that ideas. I have the ball, press all that I can, and now I should move to 1 spectator on the other side. And all that I do is a Vernon false transfer into the hand that I have, the big ball. So I take 1 ball, another ball on top, another ball on top, and I make a Vernon false transfer of the 3 ball. And then, from this Vernon false transfer, I try to do some kind of finger palm and some flattening while they close really tight, and I just show a little bit. Close really tight, that I don't take anything or nothing like that. And of course, maybe they can think that here you add something or what, but they didn't expect that you steal the balls here, because this flattening and the Vernon false transfer should should be work, should be done do his job. So 1, 2, 3 balls here. Please grab it strong there, and I have here. And when you go into the pocket, you drop there the 3 balls, and you can restart the trick in another table, for example. Take. You know what is this? No, this is not invisible. This is the invisible glue. So you can drop. I like to make the sound because I'm stupid. And there is. He tight and then open, and he can find how it's 1 ball now. So all the balls join together. This is only one ending. Always you choose the ending that you like better. This that I propose is really easy. Just 3 balls and 1 in the pocket, and you can do it. And one last thing, how to do it when I have the 3 balls in the same pocket, like now. The idea is very simple. At the beginning, instead of search the extra ball in the left pocket, I have it in the same. So I need to bring out with 2 balls. So I take 1 in finger palm, another in a kind of display. One, what I do in the pocket is 1 go into finger palm, the other go into display with 1 fold. And if I can push more. So I can come here and I take this is. This is invisible. You can know it, you can see it. All that I need to do is make it visible. And this is like in a drop from a display. I mean, we are here, and if we open only a little bit with the table, we can make the friction, and the thumb is here to make sure that the finger palm of the second ball don't expand. Then you can open it, and here, and you are in the same position, in different hand, but in the same position. You can open it, you can expand the ball, and then a little bit of display, drop, and the spectator can touch the ball. Flattening or whatever you do, you can make to stay comfortable. The important is that these hands now don't hit or something. I mean, it's better stay here than try to go behind the spectators or behind the back. Just we are here, we have the finger palm, we need to be comfortable with the ball in our hand, and then the ad. And we continue the trick like that. Oh, this is the second one. He open. Oh, this is the third one. Oh, it's difficult, but he open. We load. 1, 2, 3 here. You please, or you do it. Yes. I do a flattening now on my leg, but it's whatever you like. Yeah. It's all the same. Then I take the essence of the third. Oh, this is glue. Open, and there is. This is the progressive treble. Progressive. For this trick, I'm gonna use 1, 2, here is, yes, and 3 little spongeables that, of course, you can check, you can touch. Come here, Eric, you can check, you can touch, there are spongeables. And the idea is very, very simple. I will put the spongeables on my left hand, and one by one, they come to my right. The first one did, the second one, that did it too. The third ball, like the others, I don't want to do it by myself. I want you to feel the experience. Take the 2 balls, and like the others, just 1 second to wait till the ball rolls. Vanish, open, and there is the 3 sponge balls. You want that I explain you how it works?
Yes, please.
When you have 2 balls and the other disappear, you can put it in the pocket anywhere, whatever. The balls always miss each other, and they're like brothers. I mean, if you have 2 and the third one goes into the pocket, I don't know why. They miss each other or something, and I always have 3. It's impossible to separate this spongeables. I mean, 2 on my left, 1 in the pocket, and I always have 3. I can do it, of course, 1,000 times. You can see in the pocket the ball to the last moment. Here is nothing on my hand, and I always have 3,000 times. 2. This one goes into the pocket. It's too long, maybe.
Yeah.
If I repeat it 1,000 times, it could be boring. So it's better. Yeah, that's all. So that's simple. More simple is impossible. Let's explain the Julian simplicity. Okay, the idea of this trick, when I start to teach magic to a lot of magicians in workshops and everything, is that, okay, I want one trick that have one balls across with 3 balls that they really travel from one side to the other, and a good always 3. That's all that I want for that trick, and do it with only basics techniques. So it's very easy trick to start in magic with sponge balls, because it's very easy, and the construction makes the trick easy to do it. With a good construction is easy to handle with the techniques. First of all, I will show you the sequence and then a few tips about how to do it. And the idea is for an always trick, we need 3 balls, an extra ball, and an extra ball. So 2 extra balls and the 3 main balls for the trick. So with this set of 3, 3 and 2 extras, we can do a lot of tricks. And first, we're gonna do the balls across, who ends with the spectator hands, and then we're gonna do the always 3. For this trick, you can make the ball appear, but at the beginning, I recommend to take out the balls, because it's much easier and it have less pressure and in your hands. And the idea of that trick and of this construction is just that you feel that you haven't extra balls in your hands. You are playing with your extra balls, but it should be that natural that you haven't extra balls, and the spectator can see everything in every time. So for that we are gonna use is a concept that like Di Vernon did in the Ambitious card, which is every phase brings you new information. If this phase don't bring you new information, we don't use it. So in a multi-phase trick, of course, we can do the perfect trick. We only do the phase by phase, we can show everything. Later we will talk more about that. Now go about for the sequence. 3 balls and 2 extras, all the 5 on my right pocket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls on top, one of each other, in the right side of the pocket. How to take out the balls, loading an extra one. The first ball, I take it just with 2 fingers, I put it on the table, and the people can touch the ball or whatever. When I take the second ball, I steal one into the finger palm, and then I take the second. This technique just really doesn't matter. I mean, you are going to the pocket, steal one on the finger palm, and then come with another ball. I mean, the first time you came with the empty hand, so this makes sense that now you have nothing in your hand. So you come here, extra ball in finger palm, and this. And for the last time, I want to be very much clear. So sometimes I push a little bit to be more comfortable with the finger palm, and then I just with 2 fingers, and I show to everybody that I only was taking only ball. And is one more in the pocket for the always 3. Now, when I show the balls to spectators, I always have all the tools. I mean, I can do a flattening, I can do a display. If one spectator bring me one ball, I can perform a shell pass. You can do whatever you want. Okay. So the important is when you start the trick, you are comfortable with this hidden ball. And the trick starts with 3 balls on the table and 1 in finger palm. The idea is very simple. We are going to do balls across. One by one, the balls will travel from left to the right hand, like a winged sailor with coins that David Roth did. But in this case, I will use a structure from Gaby's and Pedro Bry's variations. His structure was made for coins trick, but I adapted into a sponge ball handling. Later I will talk to you about that. The main trick is like that. First you put it on the left hand, then a false divernon false transfer on top of the finger palm. There is. And the third one go there too. The important for this finger palm is that you only take the ball and put it on top and make the divernon finger palm. I mean, nothing special. Only feel that it's only one ball, and the feel should be the same that with one ball. First, still the second, and put the third. Just open a little bit, and with the table, the first ball come, and you can make a display while you show these balls. The second ball is already done because you have an extra ball. You only need to switch the displays. Open this display and go in a display in this hand. So to perform this display, you can choose whichever ball you want. Should be this way or should be in that way. It depends on you. I normally do with this ball, but probably it's easier with that, but I always do with this one. So when I close the fist, my thumb is already here. I just press and make a kind of a one-fold finger palm and close. When I do this, I just close my fist to open it later in this direction. If you do it with the bottom ball, you can do it too. Just pushing here and moving this one. I feel that this is more moves than this. For that, I always do in this way. So the finger is already here, so I just need to pressure and then go here to come back into his place. So the first one travel, there is. The second one travel two like one, and just open here. And there is 1, 2, and now I perform a drop like that. Spectate your hand, please. Put your hand palm up while you do this, while you do a shuttle pass. Shuttle pass in transit to take these two balls into a spectator hand. Now we take, you can do if you want a pretend take to make this ball vanish. But I really prefer just to take the ball to put emphasis in what's going to happen and now point in that direction to cover better the false transfer. So what I do when I have here is it will join with the others in that direction. Just divert on false transfer, flattening if you're comfortable with. Open his hand and you can touch his shoulder or his arm or whatever to make the flattening happen. He will open the balls, and now you proceed with the explanation. That is, of course, a fake explanation. They are not brothers. The idea is that make an always three with the same idea. Every phase brings you new information. What means that is that first of all, we're going to show the trick. So we add 1, 2 balls on our left. Okay, we add 1 in the other 2 balls into our left display. Third, we can vanish or we can put it on the pocket because it doesn't care. When I go into the pocket, and this is very important, I do a very tight finger palm. This is probably the hardest technique in this trick, this finger palm, because this finger palm in a few seconds will be in this hand. So I need to this finger palm will be really strong here. So I do this finger palm when I come into the pocket. I put the ball into the pocket, do a finger palm, and I grab another. I do a finger palm, I grab another ball on top of that. So I start to open the hand, I come back with the two balls, one on a display and the other in the really tight finger palm, and that's important. Now I add 4 like 2 to my left hand. So it's the same like 3 like 2. And we don't need to open and show a little bit. In fact, we can choose the ball, take the balls, put it there, and that's enough. But it's very important that this finger palm never open. I mean, you be sure that you're in this situation with your 2 extra balls here, and you add, but never open this finger palm, and you transfer very well the finger palm into the other hand, pushing harder. Third ball goes into the pocket, and now hand comes, and you can open your hand because the extra ball you have it here now. Hand is open, and you can show 1, and you will play the drop. 1, 2, and you are in 2 like 1, so you play the drop, and you have your finger palm here. So this finger palm that we did when we comes into the pocket, we have it now here. And there is 1, 2, 3 balls, and nobody will never try to find 1 ball here. I mean, this is an always trick. The trick means that you put, nobody will try to search one ball here. So it's very natural to drop the balls like here, and it's easier if the table do the job for you to take this ball over, because if not it could be difficult to maybe handle 1 ball. But you imagine that you don't need to take 1 ball in your hand, you just need to make the other appear. Okay, so that's easier to understanding. Easier way to do the trick now is grab the 2 balls with your left, but I prefer do a shuttle pass. So, shuttle pass, 1 fold, add on just for show a little bit, empty hand, put 2 there, this into the pocket. I put a lot of emphasis now, this into the pocket, nothing, and I always have 3. And this is a picture that always have 3 at once. This into the pocket, and what I do is a false transfer, diagonal false transfer into my right hand. I know the false transfer only go in that direction. Okay, not here. You need to learn the techniques in both directions sometimes, and you don't be worried about this, because this false transfer is very well covered by construction. I mean, they know that this ball goes into the pocket. They have seen how this ball goes into the pocket 4 times in a row, so they don't need to know it now. They know it. They don't need to see it. So just to relax and do a false transfer. I always interpret this like this hand want to put the ball into the pocket, but the hand is stupid and understand in the middle of the way that it's impossible. So the other hand comes to help and put it there. It's not necessary to show the ball to do anything. Just perform a diagonal false transfer into your right hand, grab the other shoes, and then when I come here, this is a kind of Tamariz style subtlety. That when I come here, but really the ball, I put it here, nothing on my hand, and I always have 3. That is very powerful situation we have now. And only that we need to do is to end the trick, to make the ball vanish. And for that, the stiff duck crease false transfer in 2 steps is the technique. So we put 1, we put another in transit to go to put the last one into the pocket and go with nothing. And now you should wait, you should think, no, maybe if I repeat 1,000 times it's boring, so the balls disappear. So this is the trick, and this is the Julian simplicity that I try to this trick will be so simple that he is. I want to show you one more time the sequence, just slowly, and just telling you what is seeing the spectator, where I put the emphasis in every time. Okay, I mean, I take the first ball, I take the second ball, and I take the third ball, and they know that I take it only with 2 fingers. They can check, they can touch the ball, displays or whatever, and this false transfer should be just happen. I mean, it's in the middle of a sequence. The first is real, the third is real, so this should look real. So with the same timing, 1, 2, and the other, nothing special, and the first one appear. And I focus in this appear, and I focus all the attention that I have 2 balls here, because now I can show my left hand. Because this is the clever of the Pedro Bryce construction with coins. Then I make a display, and the second ball travel. And I focus now in this, in the right hand, because before I did on that, and now I do it on the right. Shall pass this into spectator hands, and I put emphasis on that. That's gonna happen just, and there is 1, 2, and the 3 sponge balls. And for the always 3, exactly the same. Now I show my empty hand. I show how this ball goes into the pocket, take another the other ball, the second extra ball, and there is the 3. And I show this hand for the last time, because later I will count. So I put 4 like 2, the third one goes into the pocket, nothing, and I always have 3 balls. And now I show this hand because I can. So I show all that I can in the moment that I can. In any time, I will show one hand. In another time, I will show another. This is time to show how this ball goes into the pocket for the last time. And now I have a great picture that always 3 need in any time. That is 3 balls on table and nothing on hands. Just full transfer. Focus on this stupid subtlety that I loved. I put it, and there I have 3 again, and then the extraordinary technique from Steve Dacris, that is the 2 steps false transfer. So this is how it works. I only want to comment one more thing, because I like all the theory that is behind the tricks, and the original trick with 3 coins and 1 extra. Gabi performs this trick a few years ago with 1 glass cap, and they make a beautiful shell pass with the coins. And Pedro Bryce adapted that routine with 1 concept that I really loved. That is, we have a very powerful weapon that is an extra ball, but we don't use this weapon in the first phase. So, because in the first phase, we don't need always the best method. I mean, the first phase, we only need to show how the tricks works. And the second phase, make a better method with better structure and better cover is better. Because they know what's going to happen, and now they're paying more attention. So an extra ball is stronger and better method for a travel than a false transfer that is too direct, and you just steal it and it's here. So it's a very direct method. So knowing this, we can play with this reservation of power. That means have an extra ball and don't use it in the first phase. So when you do the stealing, you are doing this trick with a false transfer, and they didn't know what's going to happen, but they don't now. They don't know, and you are 1 step ahead, and you just can make this happen. And now the way to resolve the last one with the sponge balls, the easiest way probably is the spectator hands. You can find your own if you want, and I'm really want to see how you do that, because probably will be more funny. I hope you enjoyed the Julian simplicity. That's gonna do the hanky-panky production. Here I have this hat and this beautiful red handkerchief that I'm gonna play with this handkerchief, as someone can check it, and with the hat too, that someone can check it too, but no, it's a hat, I mean, what you want to check. Okay, the idea is very simple. With this handkerchief and with my hand behind, and I only need to wait. Yes, I feel it. Yeah, and there is the first one. I mean, the first, because there are more, because we can do this 1,000 times. Yes, there is another 1,000 times, really 1,000 times. Okay, maybe 1,000 times could be a lot of times. It's not necessary to do it 1,000 times. In fact, with 8 or 10 balls should be enough to. Oh. Okay, the hat is nice. Let's go to explain this hanky-panky production. This trick is from another time, like a lot of tricks that we perform with sponge balls. It's from the Encyclopedia of Spongeable Magic from Frank Garcia. And the production from the Encyclopedia of Spongeable Magic, it was this one, and you put it and you come back with the ball palming, and you come back again with the ball palming, and when you want, you end the trick. So this is a production. My first impulse to do this is, okay, I can have 10 balls in each hand, and I can show it like that, and da 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 da. Here is one, here is another, here is another, and of course you can do this. You can do this, but it's difficult to show the empty hands and everything. So I built this sequence that I like it. I mean, it's just a short sequence to play with a handkerchief, and you can use a hat or whatever you want. I mean, in a bag, or you can adapt this into your style. But I like this kind of classic tricks for children magicians, for children situations or something. And the idea is 2 balls inside the hat. The third ball is behind. If you can't do this because you use another thing, or you don't use that, just put it in the hat too, okay? And you have the 3 balls inside. But at the beginning, how I did it in the video, with the 2 balls and the handkerchief, and I try to the balls and the handkerchief don't disturb each other, okay, like that. And now I know that I can easily take first ball in finger palm, second ball in display, and then bring it out with 2 fingers and like a kind of Francis Haltis, bring it out this. And of course, I'm pushing here the ball to be sure that I have no angles and that I can show the hat if I want. So I take the handkerchief, I open and I put it on the table, or I show it to someone. I can always do, as you know, flattening or something. And when I show the hat empty, I steal this ball from the finger palm. It's not a finger palm, in fact, just steal it and have it compressed, if you can, in your hand like that. And if you have time, you make the second fold. If the ball is in the hat, instead of that, you can take the hat in this way to the ball jumps in that direction, goes into the finger palm, and show the hat completely empty, and put it there. That the only important is that the hat is empty. So this could be both ways to do it. And the trick starts when you have 1 on your left and 2 on your right. Of course, you can take the handkerchief in your suitcase or something with the sponge balls like that, and you come here, and take. Oh, there's a, but I prefer the way that I show you. So here, and here. I came finger palm display. And this is, please check it. And this is the empty hat, finger palm. This is the empty hand that is here. Okay, I'm now ready to do this trick. Now, I take the handkerchief in the middle of a side, and I push harder now here to make a Ramsey saddle because I just want to put in this direction the fist behind, and now what I'm doing is just opening the hand to can take the ball here, and the ball is there. And all I need to do now is, you can choose the technique that you like. I use a finger palm, but you can use a thumb palm. Both are great. The classic way should be a thumb palm in this kind of tricks. But it's just drop the ball there. I mean, don't care, just drop the ball. I mean, nobody knows what's gonna happen, so that really doesn't matter a lot. You just drop the ball there, and what I'm doing is finger palm situation. You bring another ball, and this really you drops into the hat. For that you have two here, and you continue the sequence. Left hand always fake drop, and now right hand will go into the hat and will finger palm this ball and steal the other from inside while disappear. And you can continue whatever you want. I like to finish here because I like to feel the sensation that I don't put the hand more in the hat. So last time, and I feel, maybe with a few balls should be enough for the next trick. You can put here whatever you want. And that I do here is try to fold the ball into the silk, into the handkerchief. So just one with finger palm, or here if you want to make a last production, and here you can. But at the end, just all the balls folded in the handkerchief, and you can do it this in the way that you feel good. So just fold one, take and put the others there, and you have your suitcase or whatever. And only that you need to do now is to show this is empty. So just come here to use the balls because you think the balls are there, and then the balls are not. You can interpret whatever you want. I mean, if you can to take a magic wand to make the balls disappear, or you can, I don't know, you can use it in a lot of situations or in a bigger routine, and you are playing with balls and you fake pretend that you take something. I don't know. You can play it in a lot of situations, but the main idea is, they are. It's nothing, so you can put. I draw. I never use this kind of hats, but for this trick, only that I need is one ball and 1, 2, and 3 sponge balls. Of course, as a magic wand, I need this knife, and the idea is very simple. 1, 2, and the 3 balls on table, and the ball should be upside down. Why? Because now I can move the magic wand or the magic knife today in this direction to make this ball gone. Yes, and there is the first ball. The second, like the others, nothing on my sleeves, nothing, just one tap. That is enough to make that happen. The third ball, like the others, but in this time I only want to close my fist. Nothing to do there. Just move the knife a little bit. And that should be enough to make all the balls join together. Please, Eric, can you help me? Because I want to repeat something similar, but with your hand. And the idea is very simple. I take one, you take another, take it. And like me, in this position. And first, I will do it with mine. There is. Again, now, with mine, and there, oh, wait, they are not here. Open your hand. Oh, there are. The important is that they join. I mean, they take the two, because if I can't make the balls travel from there, I can make the opposite way. I mean, I put it here, and I put the essence there, and there is. Open your hand, and there is 1, 2, and 3 sponge balls there. Of course, I can do it in that way. What is totally impossible to do if I tap with the bottom of the knife, because if I do this, will appear a deck of cards. Which is nice, because now we can perform really magic tricks. Let's talk about the Roy Benson's ball. This is my adaptations of Roy Benson ball, and with this routine, with a few more operation sequence and something that happened later. I was playing my first magic contest in Portugal, in Balongo, in 2012, and I have the lucky to win. And the Benson Bowl was one of the routines the parts of the routine that most liked it to that magicians. The original Benson Bowls, you can find it in Roy Benson by Starlight. It's huge book. I really love that book, and I pretty recommend you that. And one idea that is from the original that I don't use in this routine, but I think is good that you to know it. It's a classic way to load a ball, because the original is only with 2 balls, and you have an extra ball in your neck, okay, behind the jacket. And the first time that one ball disappears, you can find it. Oh, it's not disappear, just travel here. And make this, you see why I don't do never this kind of techniques? Because with my hair it's not possible. But, and the first travel here, or can travel to any pocket or something. I mean, the way to get the extra ball is doing a travel into a pocket or into a neck or something. That is a really classic and very clever way to get an extra ball. In this case, we need 4 balls, 1 ball, 1 magic wand or a knife. I use a knife because when I did this routine, I have several jokes with a knife and how to use it and that. And the deck of cards, because when I did this routine, at the end appear a single card appear in a completely closed deck. But now we are here only for the sponge ball trick, and this deck I put it on the back pocket from my left, just to take it and make this classic load from here to there. And the 3 sponge balls are 3 on my pocket and 1 on my jacket with a knife. Okay, this is a easy way to set up everything. Of course, you can, if you have your suitcase, maybe you can have everything in your suitcase like that, and it should be great. When you take the knife, you take the extra ball too. But here we are, with 1 ball in my pocket, 3 on my backside pocket, and 1 ball on table. The sequence is with 3 balls, so I need, well, I just put the 3 balls on the ball. I like it because I need then the empty balls, and I want to do a shuttle pass. So if I put the balls now on table, later the balls are on table and I don't need to move it to anywhere. So the shuttle pass make no sense. But now I can do a shuttle pass when I remove the balls from the bowl. So the balls are in the bowl, and now finger palm, the extra ball that when I make the operation have one hair, and this is the knife. And I have the finger palm here, and as I told you, I want to do a shell pass. Right? So for that, the balls are in the bowl. I can do now a shell pass of 1, 2, and the three balls. The ball. This is simple technique that is still beautiful. That is, you put the ball upside down like that. You just put the finger palm, and you can see how the ball is pressed between your hand on the ball, and just put it there. It's the only risky point if you do this and you let first the ball and then open. That from the back side, that from this side could be an angle. But if you take care for that and you make this kind of soft move, that the hand go out slowly, it's zero angles, and it's great. 3 disapparitions, 3 vanishes. For this trick, as I told you, I did it on my beginnings, the first time that I do a magic contest, and my intention was to do 3 different false transfer to make 3 different sensations. So the first one just happened, the second one with a retention, and the third one with a steal that you can see it. So this is the sequence that is more like a choreography. The sequence never stops. So all happens like a choreography. And the ideas of the first one, just a regular day Vernon false transfer into left hand, finger palm in transit, second fold in transit to take the knife, move the knife around, it's gone, kind of Ramsey salties to make, and the thumb is cover any possible angle to the vision here, and the first one comes. And now the knife goes behind, and I move the ball into this side, because for the load now, all I need to do to put this finger palm there is come back the ball to his place. And the knife is in the perfect spot to play this this clipped vanish. So I put it, in fact, really there, nothing on my sleeves, and then clipped vanish from here to there, of course, into finger palm. To there, and now the knife could be here or could be here. Normally I put it on table, but you can take an advantage and put it here for the last time. I prefer to be some clarity now, and I put it on the table, change the ball to move the balls. So the idea is that I can do this, but I want to move the balls to show them better in the front of the table. And now I take the knife here because I don't want to do anything. Just the ball in the hand, and with the delicate steel extraction, and this goes. As you know, you can see in the false transfer techniques, that is here, let's go from there, and this palm in the finger palm, and the Spanish. And now, with the finger palm on top, I just take it open, and there are the 3 sponge balls. To continue this, I need one spectator hand to do a kind of what Roy Benson's did in his routine that I like a lot. And it's how it starts, the travel into spectator hands. So the main idea is load 1 ball into the ball, 1 for me, and you can perform the take it to a spectator. So false transfer and take it, and spectator, and you help him. Okay, first with mine, just disappear, travel, and okay, there is. Now you will repeat it. Ping, 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 ping. And oh, didn't work. How is possible? Open your hand. Oh, there is. Sometimes travel in the opposite direction, but take the balls and you add one ball to his hand. And you did exactly a false Vernon transfer to put the ball in the bowl. And for the last one then, you did it, you put it here, and then you just tap in that direction, you switch the ball into your right hand, and when he open this hand relax, he open and load the deck of cards. Listen, you don't need to palm it a lot, just load it, and it's the ball who should come here. So open your hand, well, you are in this position, so the Spanish, open your hand, and there is 1, 2, and 3 spongeables. This whole where you are. To finish this trick, you have 1, 2, 3 spongeables, and instead of tap in that way, you do it in this, and you have the deck of cards that you can play a lot of card tricks now. And the extra ball, and this for me the most interesting part, you just handle it. I mean, you end with the extra ball. Spectator have 2 like 3 like 2, and you have 1. It's here, there. Open your hand, and the hand feel empty because you are handling objects. You have everything in your hand. So they open his hand, and there is, and as you know, always this come to cover, and then the hand open in that direction. Try to never do this and first that because everybody will see it. So you always step back and charge here, and go there. It's only 1 second, and this is a big deal. So this is gonna take all of the attention, and just appear the deck of cards and play with more deck tricks cards or something, or make the flying and drop balls and flying again. Ooh. Migratory balls. This is just a can. This is a magic wand that we will use now, and the most important part is inside. It looks nothing, but really they are. I mean, you only need to take it. If you know how to do it, you can do it. I mean, there are. You only need to take it. Right there. 2 balls is all that I need, and 1 can. I know that all of you like that how appear balls from the can, but really for the trick we only need 2. But if you insist, I can play it with the 3 balls. But in fact, you can check that this is a real can, nothing to do it here. This is a real magic wand, and there are 3 balls. So with this can totally empty on the table, yes, nothing to do with the can and the magic wand. And now only my left hand takes 1, 2, and the 3 spongeables. All that I should do is 1 tap in this direction from that direction, and that's enough to make 1 ball, yes, disappear completely to came into the magic can. The best of all is that I can repeat this. I mean, tap, tap, go, and comes. 2 balls, very easy. You can see the balls to the last moment, like the others. And there are in the magic. And let's talk about migratory balls. I really love this trick. I like it a lot, and It's a kind of Roy Bonson's routine, but with a can that have two holes, and you can take any can to do this. Just need that the balls fit in there right, and yeah, a lot here, really a lot of ideas with this can, but this is only the basic routine of migratory balls. It's an adaptation from the routine that you can find in the first time was published was in the Frank Garcia's book in the Encyclopedia of SpongeBob Magic. You can find this trick too. This is an adaptation, and I like how the balls appear from the can, and I like how travels happen. So it's a kind of different feeling than a Benson balls. And this routine itself is an adaptation from Slidini's balls into the hat. So to do this routine, we need 4 balls, 1 can, that it's, which can you have as well, and the 1 magic wand. Okay. So the idea is to have 1 ball in your left finger palm, 2 in your right, and 1 ball in your back pocket. And you can take these objects when you go into a can and the wand. Okay, you take the can and the magic wand, and you can do something like that. You can take the can, you go into your suitcase and take the magic wand too, and you have everything that you need for the trick. So you can show the can is empty. I like this finger palm between the can because really it fits perfectly in your hand. So every can, of course, is different, and this is one from Spain, from chocolate, from milk or something. But any can is fine. And at the start, just with the can, I like these kind of things because it's look like if you have both hands empty, and really you have, of course, 2 balls on your left finger palm, and display like two like one, and this is another finger palm, and this is compressed, and you can show like a pirate or something, and this is beautiful. Then you can play with the magic wand, nothing inside, but, and if you see, when I tried this risky salt is like, I always press first. So I drop the magic wand, and I press when I try to open this finger. So I always curve a little bit the hand because it could be a little angle for the side. So I cover it, I come here, and here all that I need to do is to produce 1 ball, like a 2 leg one, drop, and hold the other in the finger palm. You can produce the ball whatever you want. I mean, you can produce it here for here, whatever you want. I produce it here, display, and I repeat it again. And there is the second ball. And when I produce the second ball, I show empty the hand, I put the can on the table, and I perform a shuttle pass. I do 1 shuttle pass, both balls were now there, and I can repeat this. I mean, balls there, I only take the can, 2 fingers, and appear the last ball. Now I like to give the can to check, because it was a can, some strange objects, SpongeBob too. So check the can, and when I do it, I load 1 ball from my pocket. I think you should practice this kind of loads that happen in just relaxing times, or when you're giving objects that is here. Okay, this for you. This is the magic wand, and you have your finger palm in the pocket. Then, and I like a lot the initial situation of this trick. I mean, empty can here, just nothing to do with, and you just put the magic wand here, like okay, it's a comfortable place. here is, just don't think about it. And now we're gonna play, we have an extra ball, don't forget. We're gonna play a display of 3 like 2. So just finger palm and then display 3 like 2, and we are in the position for a vanish. Okay, this could look a bad vanish, but it really works very well if you perform in the right direction. I explain you now. Finger palm and 3 like 2. Only that I need to do is to take the magic wand, and when I take the magic wand, I show you, I drop the ball into the can. So for me, this load and this vanish fit together very good. Make this vanish, and that's it. And if you want to have less pressure, you can open at the same time, but I prefer to load first the extra ball on my right hand. So first, I show the vanish into one spectator, and then I open it to everybody. And then my right hand comes here to clean these hands. So all that I do is to finger palm this ball and take the others, like that. Another way to do this is still the ball who is already in the finger palm. You can do it whatever you like. Most of the times I do it in this way, just move this ball on top and still with the thumb the other to your finger palm. But this way is a little bit easier and it works too. That is that you take the first ball into a finger palm and you take the another to put it on the table. There are 2, and then with a lot of clarity, tap. Yes, there is. You can do this now in a different ways. My favorite one is this. You transfer, show it, transfer, and put it again, adding on the other ball. Other way to perform this could be vanish, tiki tiki, and there is. You don't believe me, but there are the ball and of course nothing more inside. This could be another way to do it. You can choose whatever you like. Now for the second vanish. The second vanish, the same that we did in the 10 count to 10. We put the 2 on the left hand and we steal 1. To do this, we grab 2 balls. First one goes into the finger palm, the other goes really in the hand. So this ball that show a little bit out of the fist help us a lot to make a great sensation that this vanish. So both balls there is, and that is. And now I like a lot to do this. 2 balls that they really are in the can. I like a lot this way to add on because you don't need the advantage of have a can that have 2 holes. So you don't need to do again this move or this move. In the original version is always take, add, on, and the 3 are like that. But I prefer to just, there is 2 that you can see really the 2 balls from the last time. All that we do is we have 1 in finger palm, show, put, and then. If not, always, there are 2, nothing, and put it. Both ways. I really don't think while I'm performing. Sometimes I do it in one way, sometimes I do it in another, because I like to refresh, and I think both works. So it's great. And for the final vanish, just force transfer, tap, tap. And there are, you can go yourself, you can just open, and you can make that one spectator open and you go to your home. So this is migratory balls, just an adaptation, and I hope you like it. And cut your own can and do it in a lot of places. Migratory balls. To do this trick, I only that I need is this object, this purse frame. Here it is. Of course, I know having the back, but all you need to do is to open it, try to search something. Of course, you never find anything, but sometimes you can take a little sponge ball from there. I will play only with the sponge ball, and the idea is very, very, very simple. You know what? I want to show you a ritual. And with one ball only is not possible. I need, yes, 2 balls. And with 2 balls, we can do this ritual. And only that we need to do is follow the steps one by one, and the magic happens alone. I mean, 1 ball with one hand, other ball with the other hand. If I put 1 ball in one hand and the other ball in the other, the balls join together. It's only like that. 1 ball, one hand, 2 balls, 2 hands. If I put 1 ball in one hand and the other in the other, it always joins together. I can repeat that again, but quite different, because this should be the ball number 1 and this should be the ball number 2. So if I put the ball number 1 in left and ball number 2 in right, I do this, and now here is the ball number 1 and the ball number 2, and they change his places. You don't like this joke or something? Yeah, I know. It looks silly, but really, I mean, if I put 1 ball here, those separate, I always have both, because it's impossible to separate the balls. This is the reality. I mean, if I put this here, I always have 2. And I can repeat this 1,000 times. I put this here, always have 2. And I know what you are thinking. You are thinking that I use a third extra ball. And yes, I have this third extra ball. But if I put it in the pocket, they join and can travel with the others. With 3 balls, it's difficult to do the trick, but you can put one in other place that the others. And you know what? With 3 balls, same like one, it's impossible to do this. Okay, there is one routine that Gabi likes a lot. He passed away a few years ago, and we talk a lot about this trick and how to do it and that. And this is my adaptation for that Gabi's routine. And I showed you this routine with all the techniques that we are talking about, with all finger palms and displays and that. And there's a few things to. For Gabi, this was a very, very interesting routine to start in Magic with sponge balls, because can teach you a lot of things about how internal life of Magic happens. All that we need to do this sequence is 1 purse frame that I have on my left pocket with 1 ball. Another ball in the pocket that I put the purse frame, that it could be the same pocket, but I prefer to use the jeans one, and 2 balls together in the back pocket, 1 to load and the other for the always chew. And the idea is very simple. Just take a purse frame, you finger palm the ball, and then take a purse frame and do the technique to make it appear. You just open it, nothing, and bring out the ball. It's important that you are not saying that, you look, it's nothing on the hands. No, you just try to explain how absurd this is. I mean, this have no wax, so I can't take anything from inside. Instead, that it sometimes happens. And then you just close it and put it in your pocket and when I put it in the pocket, I take the ball in finger palm. So everybody can touch the ball if I can, but normally Gabby never give the ball to spectators. He always he just stay here with the ball, and the idea is I need 2 balls for this ritual, so just the split in 2. The split in 2 in the way that you like. You can do it softly, or you can do it like I like, no, very hard on it. But you can do another kind of a split, something like that, or whatever. I mean, just take it, cut it, and now you're in position to play this trick. And really, the trick is a 10 count. It's a 10 count, but it was not necessary to count into 10. And the idea that the Gabi like more for this is that you don't need to blow, snap your fingers, or do something to this happen. You just follow the ritual, and the magic appear. So the ritual is 1 ball, 1 hand, 2 balls, 2 hands, 1 ball in 1 hand, the other in the other. The same as 10 count, you just do the same moves, false transfer, burn-on style, to show a little bit, and the first trouble. The second, exactly the same, 2 balls, 2 hands, and there is how happens. And now we need one load. We need to load one ball. So for that, Gabi loved this joke because it's one way to break the rhythm, to relax the people, take a load, and then come back. So this starting sequence just is for the people know that you have 2 balls and 2 hands and anything else. But instead of say it, you just play with the balls a bit. And now you make a joke that you say, okay, 1 ball in one side. I do a false transfer now. 1 ball in one side, the other in the other side, and now the balls change his places. And this is ball number 2, and this is ball number 1. You relax, and when you relax, you come back taking 1 ball. So you relax, take 1 ball from the pocket, and you are ready to continue. So learning this kind of loads, I think is great for every magician that want to play a lot with SpongeBob. So, and the balls change his places. There he is. And you use this relaxing time to take 1 ball and come back. People normally laugh or not because the joke is really bad. And then you continue with the always 2. And the idea of this always 2 is the same like in the Vernon dice's routine, that you add 2 like 1 to your left, the other into your pocket, and the balls always join together. You come back with the ball in the finger palm, when you put finger palm, and you come back with the ball there, and you repeat the sequence. And now, when you come back with 2 balls instead of 1. Okay, so you have an extra ball in the pocket, and you come back with 2 balls in this situation. And now you add 3 like 1. Of course, 3 like 1. If the ball are really fold and the other fold very well too, you can show, but it's really not necessary. I mean, we are here. This goes into the pocket, finger palm, grab another, just take the ball from table. Don't stop the rhythm, nothing, and come. And there are 1, 2 balls, and the third are in the finger palm, but we don't open it. And instead of that, we say, you know what? I have a third ball. You think maybe I have a third ball? Yes, I have it, but it travels 2. And there are the 3. And now you can then hear the trick that is pretty good, and Gabi like this option, or you can continue with the idea of the always 3 with a stiff dacquoise, with the 2 false transfer of stiff dacquoise, that is still the 2 when you put the second. So put one, still both here, add into the pocket, you drop everything there, and all the balls vanish. So this is an adaptation from that sequence that Gabby really loved. I love that sequence too because I like that they have all the classics moves that we have, that we normally see in a SpongeBob routine, and that is the Porsche friend split in two, 10 count, always two, and the extra with the burn on dice, the idea. And I think it's a very, very complete routine with a lot of things that can teach you a lot of concepts. So I hope you like this routine, and this is the Gabby's routine, an adaptation of it. One trick with one cap and two as spongeables. The most important is to cover the green one and play with the red one on top of the cap. And the idea is very simple to do it. Only take the red ball and change his places. Yeah, it is. I mean, empty cup with one green ball there. Red ball here, just one color, change to make this happen. This is the cup and ball transposition. Cup and ball transposition explanation. The idea of this trick is very simple. Two balls, one cup, and an extra ball for one of each colors you like. The move that I really want to show you with this routine is that when you take a new object, you will find a lot of new moves. And one classic move that we want to learn now is how to steal the ball, or how to add a ball into a caps. Okay. This routine was from a SpongeBob book from Antonio Ferragut, one magician that published Balls, Bat of Sponge. And these moves and this kind of moves are very clever, and a lot of magicians use in a lot of situations, but Ferragut on that book talk a lot of the way around one ball, one Benson ball, and how to steal and add balls with this move. So the main move that we need to learn is and how we can do this. The idea is very simple. Finger palm ball that comes into a table, you just take the cup up a little bit and make the friction between the ball and the table, make this ball comes into the cup. And the same friction make when you move into the other direction, just with a little bit up, you see how the ball pops out. The ball always just with a little bit is enough to make the ball pops out. You need to rehearse just to do it with in a softer move, that you don't move a lot the cap to add or steal. So normally to do this, we ask for some spectators to put please one finger on top. No? And with this excuse, we move this into our hand and we can steal it. It's like in the 3-shell game that you steal the little sponge ball with that is the same. In this case, we want to combine this idea with the both color change that we know, the classic one and from the display one. So with only one extra ball, we can do all the trick. I like to start with the 2 balls in the cup and only drop 2 balls on table. Cup shows empty, and now we are gonna load the cup. In this move, the Fred Caps use a lot in his cups and balls, and it's a classic move that you can find in a few books. And the idea of this load is just you have your finger palm that I transfer into when I lift this pressure, I transfer into a thumb palm, into a thumb. I mean the thumb take the finger pressure, and then in transit to take this ball, you just drop it. You just drop it. I do it in that direction. The ball into a cup. So it's very smooth move that you can do it anytime that you like. So in this sequence, just drop the balls, and the green or the ball who have no extra should be in your right side to do the steal when you move the cup and put it in the center of the table. So all that we need to do is take this ball and cover. So when we add, we add here, we drop the ball inside, we take the cup, turn it over, and put it on top of that, and show empty hands a little bit, and we say, okay, we need to put this red ball here. And when we do this, one ball, the red, should be on top of the other. And when we do the move, we only steal the ball that is in the bottom. So add, and now take this at the same time that you do the steal to put the ball on top. So this cues to move the cup is put it in the center of the table to put the other ball on top. And now you have one ball in your finger palm. When you have one ball in your finger palm, because you steal it from there, and you steal that ball, now it's here, and you should take it and go into a finger palm. Okay? So you have one ball in your finger palm. Here we are with one ball in finger palm. Display and display color change. It could be into a thumb palm, or it could be just from here. I prefer in this case go into a thumb palm to color change. Now change the extra ball into a finger palm and perform a flattening to open this, and just come back finger palm and show the empty cup with the ball inside. So it's not an empty cup. For the second part, we will repeat it, but with the cup face up. So we need to change. This ball goes, green one goes to thumb palm, and we drop the other inside, the red one inside, and we just launch one ball to the other place, classic color change, and show, and tossing the cup. We show how it changes. So this is a color change. This is a sequence about 2 color changes, and as you can see, we have here 2 kinds of color changes. One is visual, and the other is more intellectual. You know, that is more dramatic. No? And one always covers the others, and the transposition happens always here. So at the first time, I choose the one who is not visual, who is more dramatic. So it makes me more distance between the change, and it's difficult to find, to search this hidden ball for the spectator. No? So when he change, and the ball is here. And at the second time, I use one visual, and for that the cap is up, because with the visual one, if you don't want to show this, you need a solution in another place. That is, no? So the spectator mind can see the red ball here, and then it's there. So It's an instant solution that make that they don't want to search the ball here because they have a solution that is normally the problem of this kind of visual color changes. So this is the last trick of our videos. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, give us a review if you like it. Thank you very much for enjoying play of Spongeables, and I hope to meet you in person and talk a lot about Spongeable magics and tricks and moves and everything that the Spongeables have, because the Spongeables probably has the best material. I don't know if the best material, because cars are great. That's it. That's all the ideas, all the techniques, all the tricks. I really hope you like all this material that I started 13 years ago in the moment that I make this, and I know that at the beginning it could be tough, make a lot of techniques and a lot of ideas, but just don't be hurry. I mean, step by step. If you can do the displays at the beginning, you don't do it. You just feel free with perform only the finger palm. Do the finger palm and don't show the ball if you are not comfortable. And when you are, you start to doing it. And really, just try to know yourself with the Spongeables. That's all that. I mean, we are magicians, and for me, be a magician means have a close relationship with objects. And when we study an object, we spend a lot of time with objects. Probably I take more time with Spongeables than with people. So you just enjoy all the rehearsal, all the performance. And the bigger tip that I can give to you is that do a lot of Spongeable magic. Do a lot of tricks with Spongeable magic. Don't wait to be in a big stage or in a big close-up theater or something. Just go to a bar and appear one ball from anything, from any object, and play. Because Spongeable magic are really funny to play in every situations. They doesn't make sound, so you can rehearse till late in night, and you can play it in bars and in anywhere, and you can fit this to every situation. And of course, when you have the techniques and the handles and the tricks and you can do everything in a close-up theater or in a real theater, big theater or something, you will really enjoy it a lot because you play a lot of Spongeables. And the last thing that I want to tell you is that if you like that, please make a review and good rate and say why you like it, and it will be great for us, just for the other people know that this is great. If you don't like it, it's not necessary that tell to nobody, and that's all. Just play Spongeables. And the last thing that I want to comment to you is that with the Spongeables, the tricks happens most of the time in the spectator hands. So we need to be humble. We need to have modesty. I mean, the spectators will tell us, "Oh, you should be a Got Talent. Oh, this is the greatest thing that I ever seen." Okay, this is just a huge moment for the show, but I mean, great job. You did great the techniques, you did great the tricks, and you have great reaction. But it's just one day more to having fun. I mean, we are not Di Vernon, Albert Goshman, Tony Slidini, or Fred Capps, Fraxon, or something. I mean, we are mortals, and just play with the Spongeables, have fun, try to do the better that we can, try to learn all the techniques, having fun, have your own ideas, play a lot. If you have great ideas, share with the magic community, because sharing is the way that all this can grow more and more and more and have better Spongeable magicians in the future. So I hope you enjoy this video, these essentials of Spongeable tricks, and we see you in the next with the Spongeables in your hands, pockets, and everywhere. Of course, I have Spongeables you can fit.